What's up, guys? It's your boy Palacio,
It's the boy Eli.
and we are here for Palacio Podcast 11?
11.
11. Oh, first of all, I apologize. I am hungry as hell, and I've barely eaten today, so I'm going to eat while we do the podcast. I'm not trying to gross y'all out by eating, so I'll try to do it off the mic and not make y'all throw up or nothing. So I apologize in advance. I'm just hungry as hell.
Oh, yeah, no. Next week, April 8th, Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya are fighting for like the fourth time between them two, but the second time for the UFC. And then Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal are fighting under the co-main event. And I'm just so excited for these fights, man.
Green juice. I haven't seen Jorge Masvidal fight since the Usman fight, right?
No, he fought Covington like last year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he fought.
I don't remember that.
He got his ass whooped. It wasn't a memorable fight.
No.
But that's like he fought Covington, and then that's when he punched him at the restaurant and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was like all at the same time. But with Leon Edwards as champion in the welterweight division, that fight's pretty big. You know, because him and Jorge have that.
I forgot.
Him and Jorge have that history in London where Leon got 3-piece by Jorge. So if Jorge wins this fight, I know that's a fight that Edwards wants because he wants to get it back.
What's the main event for that one?
That's the Alex and Izzy.
I think longevity-wise.
No, there's no way he can stay at that weight longevity.
No, I think, but for the UFC, since it's such a high-caliber organization, obviously, there should be a better way to separate the fighting classes. Because if you've been around any fighters, they'll do what has to get done. I mean, they won't eat for a week. They'll like take a credit card and scrape off like their skin or all their sweat. Like they will make the weight if they need to. UFC has to make that not an option for them. If there's like a certain walking around weight and you can go like 15, 20 pounds above and below it, like I think that's that should be something that they look into. I know they consider doing like a water test to see because people get really, really sick and mess themselves up when they're cutting weight and they're so dehydrated. It is terrible for you. And like having some like a water test to see your hydration levels, like implementing something like that, because these fighters will kill themselves trying to make weight.
Yeah. It's insane. Like you see some of them like Davidson Figueiredo when he fought Brandon Moreno that last time. He looked terrible getting up on the scales trying to make 135. He looked like he was, inches away from death. It's crazy. It is crazy what these fighters put themselves through to make that weight, especially like the smaller fighters to make the 125, make the 135. Like as a grown man, that has to be insanely difficult, no matter how big you are.
But then you have someone like John Jones, who was light heavyweight his whole career, and then moves up, getting beefy, lifting weights, eating more, and then he's dominating in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only one weight class, but can you imagine John Jones losing weight and then you have to fight him
At like 185?
Yeah. Oh
Good Lord. Jones at 185 is terrifying.
That man would be like a stick, but he'd be a massive,
He'd be
thin tree.
A menace. Instantly the greatest middleweight of all time. These fights are exciting. It's gonna be nothing but fireworks. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm too excited. I don't even know who's gonna win. I'm ready for violence. Because like that's what you get. Like when you get these fighters on the card, like that's what you're getting.
That is another thing about the UFC. I think we talked about this before. It's like to get to that high caliber, you don't really get those mediocre fights just to get a win under your belt. Like everyone's going to kill. They were trying to put on a show. For sure.
And you do have like a few fighters who are boring. Like yeah, with this card it's gonna be fireworks. And they even have the young Hispanic kid, Rosas Jr. He's fighting on this card as well.
I don't think I'm familiar with him.
Well, so he's like I want to say he's 17 or he just turned 18, and he won his first fight. He was in the preliminary, so now he's on the main card.
Yeah,
and like 17 years old in the UFC is insane. So it's pretty exciting to watch.
I think John Jones was 19 when he won the belt, or maybe he was.
No, he's 23.
Was he?
Yeah.
He seemed like young when he won.
Well, yeah, cool. He was raw still. Well, not raw, but...
Is he still the youngest? I think he is,
yeah,
right?
he's still the youngest.
Yeah. And then you just bought your tickets to Ticketmaster. How do you feel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all get ready for this one. Well, so when was it? 2 weeks ago? or 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Well, whatever it was, 2-3 weeks ago, when we had the podcast talking about how Drake and 21 are going on tour. They had 2-3 different pre-sale options.
Did you end up using it?
Yeah, I did.
Did it work out?
No, it didn't. All right, bro. So, I'm sure whoever went through this pain of a process with me that had the Cash App card, it was like, okay, tickets start at 69 something, right?
For the nosebleeds?
For the nosebleeds, 69 something when you have the Cash App card.
Okay.
Okay. I get in. Like, I do the whole thing, get in 15 minutes before, wait in line. And, like, once 12 o'clock hits and tickets go on sale, boom, 2,000 plus people in front of me. So I'm like, all right, man. Like, this already finna be some bullshit. But I'm going to sit it out. Keep in mind, I'm at work. I wasn't doing shit that day because I'm like, I'm getting these tickets. I have to get these tickets today because I know resale's going to be insane. Bro, I get through. For section 117. You know how much these assholes are already reselling it for?
Wait, hold on. You were paying resale?
No. Once I got through like the 2,000 people in front of me, once I got through the queue and was able to like to try to get my tickets.
So for the $69 tickets,
yeah,
you're saying?
Guess how much they were?
For resale?
For resale, $69. And, you know, starting out, you're going to talk about...
And we haven't talked about this before, but I'm just guessing. $200?
$400.
Holy
for nosebleeds.
Shit.
You go down to the 200 section, you're looking at $700, $800. I went down to certain parts of the 100 sections, $5,000. $5,000. This is one ticket. We're talking one ticket for $5,000 in certain sections. So he ends up releasing a Sunday show. I'm like, cool.
So they added
he added a second show. I'm like, cool. This is my chance.
You didn't get the tickets?
I didn't get the tickets for the Saturday show, the original one. They had the Sunday show. I'm like, cool, bro. Like, this is my chance. I'm going to get them. When I entered the queue and got through the 2,000 people that were in front of me again, guess how much the resale was for Sunday show?
For the same tickets?
For like the section 100 something.
So is that the same as a $69 like?
No, so the $69 doesn't even exist no more. That was just the pre-sale.
No, I know that, but
no, this is for like section 100 something. Like someone had already bought them and tried to resell them.
Okay, so but this is still from Ticketmaster.
Yeah, from Ticketmaster.
So okay, real quick, because it's been a while. Ticketmaster sells the resold ticket.
Like you can put your ticket up on Ticketmaster to resell.
Wow. Okay, continue.
Guess how much I saw the tickets for, or guess how much I saw one ticket in particular for.
For the second day, decent seats.
Yeah, you're in section 1. We'll call it 117, 107, whatever it was. You're in the 100s.
What I would want it to be, and what I could not be happy about, but spend.
Keep in mind, Saturdays, the highest I saw was 5,000. Keep that in mind.
$700.
$8,000.
Oh my god.
Yo, whoever the asshole is that put those tickets up for $8,000.
The fact that Ticketmaster knows that people are going to buy their tickets just to resell them, and they have a way of redistributing it so that they can make a profit is wild.
Ticketmaster and the asshole that put that up for $8,000 can both go to hell, in my opinion.
Yeah, but they don't care because someone's buying that ticket.
It wasn't me.
Who?
Not me.
No.
But, like, to make a sad story, like, whole, you know, shout out Abby. Abby, shout out you. I don't know if you watch our podcast, but I'm shouting you out. This is the second time I have bought tickets from her friend group in Irving.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Irving people, too. Y'all are, like, very high on my list of trustworthy people right now. Because I had bought some Astrofest tickets from one of her friends in Irving a few years ago. Came through, no issues. Went straight through once I scanned my ticket. And I was scared. I was like, what if he scams
yeah.
me out of like $500?
Mm-hmm.
Astrofest wasn't cheap. Shout out to you, Urban people. I got 4 Drake tickets, section 223, 400 each ticket. The same tickets on Ticketmaster for those sections or for that section, $750 plus the fees
That's $750.
for one ticket, plus fees. So you're looking at $800 per ticket. I got a ticket for $400.
And what were the tickets originally?
Fuck if I know. I didn't get in the queue quick enough. That shit was already sold out. It is insane. I was on the phone with my homegirl because we were both trying to get these tickets at the same time. I ain't never been so stressed out of my life. The whole Ticketmaster thing, I see what these Taylor Swift, like the Taylor Swift fans went through, because it was insane. Ticketmaster needs to revamp their system. They need to do something. Excuse me.
They're not going to because they make so much money. But I think just from like what you told.
Oh, there's actually a class action lawsuit against them right now because of these tickets.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm
I
gonna
believe it.
I'm gonna join that. I didn't buy the tickets from them, but I'm joining it for the time I wasted. Damn it.
And I don't understand how, like, you know, when you get a plane ticket, it has your name on it. You
Yeah.
can't get on the plane with someone else's ticket. Why can, like, I don't understand why it's like, all right, maybe it's because of the whole ID thing, but like, you buy these tickets, it's your name on the ticket. You need to bring your ID so I can make sure that it's you.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't, it's your ticket, whatever. I understand stuff happens and you can't make a concert. Then you want to, refund or, secondhand it. Those things are few and far between. If we're going to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
it's not half of the audience is
No.
secondhand.
And you know what? Even if that, okay, let's say, God forbid I'm going to concert sick or not. I don't give a shit. I'll drug myself up. But God forbid I get sick. I can't go. And I want to put my ticket up. Like, hey, I can't go. Someone go. I should only be able to sell it max $50 more if you want to make a profit off of it. If not, face
I don't even
value.
think you should sell it more.
Face value for what you got it.
Yeah, I think that it should be even out.
Yeah.
You're able to resell your ticket. Okay, you can only resell it with Ticketmaster, and it's for the exact same amount that you paid. So it's basically like a refund.
Yeah, because fuck y'all's hustle.
And
You're
then
selling tickets.
that way the person who's buying it doesn't have an incentive, and then Ticketmaster still makes out because they can put that ticket back up and maybe mark it up 10%.
Yeah.
Like, there should be a cap, because people who want tickets last minute, they'll see, oh, there's no tickets, it's sold out. Okay, I know the Ticketmaster, that's the way that they do it. Everybody has, 1 day or 2 days before the concert, before it's a non-refundable ticket,
Mm-hmm.
and then so I'm going to look 1 or 2 days before the concert to see who couldn't make it, and then I'll buy those tickets. Simple. But
they need to have a revamp of the system because it's bullshit. Like how, like
the greed, and that's all it was. Like we talked about last, it's simply a greed thing.
that's a sin, bastards. Go to church. Like, have you buying like Godzilla collectibles?
No, but even that, you're putting in.
Bro, they marked this shit. Like they go on sale for like $100.
What they're Funko?
No, not even Funkos. It's like actual like Godzilla figures.
Oh, okay.
It's from a company called SH Monstars.
Mm.
And like they go on sale for like $100. I've seen some as high as $500.
Well, see, stuff like that, like collectible stuff, I can see.
No, I should get it for retail.
No,
Damn it.
no, I can see why that would be something. Like I have this, like, it's a collectible like pin. Like I know you guys can't see it in the frame, but I collect like pins.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I get them off Etsy. Sometimes I'll get them from friends or wherever I'm going. Usually whenever I travel, I'll try to get like a little pin. But it's just like cool stuff you can collect. Even like we talked about vinyl records last time. Anytime I've bought them, it's just because something I wanted to collect. I never thought that it was something to invest in. I know people collect stuff specifically for that, but it's not like a business.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm gonna buy this for $30 so I can sell it in a couple weeks for $300. it's ridiculous because
Big
that
move.
holds more value in the artwork or whatever it is in the meaning than the money. But it's all greed and it's all money and it's all the way the world works, man.
Yeah. The devil's working hard, but I work harder. Because I'm going to get my tickets, bro. I'm not paying fucking $8,000 for a ticket.
And I wonder how much of that
Goes to the artist.
Yeah.
Ticketmaster's taking
Maybe a third?
A fat chunk. Well, I've heard, I'm not in the industry, so I can't say for sure, but I've heard a lot of the artists make their money off merch. Like, that's where a lot of the money comes from, is the merchandise.
Yeah, and then you have people in the parking lot selling bootleg
weak-ass
shirts.
t-shirts, yeah.
Yeah, or you trying to go into the stadium and everybody.
I've only ever seen one clean-ass one, and it was at Astrofest. Like, the shirt was clean. It wasn't even my size, but I had to buy it.
Yeah.
I was like, I want that. I was like, here's just $20, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
I've only bought one, like, on the street as going to a concert or leaving a concert. And it was my first concert, or one of my first concerts. It was like a Blink-182 one. It's my favorite band. And like that shirt, like I didn't like really notice at the beginning, but I bought it, and then like 10 minutes later, like I was gonna put it on, and it smelled so fucking bad. And I didn't want to get rid of the shirt, so I like, because it was like sentimental. I got it at a concert, so I put it in the washer and I took it out, and it still smelled like fuck. I don't know what it was, but it was bad, and I left it in my closet for the longest time because I didn't want to throw it away because it was like sentimental. It was like
your first shirt for a concert
for me, but it was just like every time I thought about it, I was like, I'm never buying another fucking bootleg shirt again, and I'm sure as hell not paying. What is it now for a shirt at a concert?
Oh, it's expensive. What's the last concert I went to?
Like t-shirt, not long sleeve or jacket or hoodie or anything like that.
So I think the last concert I went to was the Elton John final, like, concert in America. And my parents bought tickets like 2-3 years ago when it went on sale, but then he broke his hip or whatever. I want to say the shirt was like $45-50. But this is also like Elton John, so I mean,
yeah,
I want to say I've paid more for different artists.
$45 for a t-shirt at a concert is expensive, don't get me wrong, but that's like,
oh no, Drake is
not
definitely
insane.
more expensive. I want to say back in 2016.
And I assume that he's selling his OVO merch, which is...
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
No, not at the concert, no.
Why?
I don't know, but I would definitely buy some.
That's what I'm saying. Well, somebody get robbed.
Oh, I'm sure that's another thing too.
Yeah,
like,
somebody's getting robbed. You selling $100 shirts at a concert, it's probably going to go for like $250. Somebody getting robbed.
60. They're not that much.
Come on.
The long sleeves are that much. But my plan is I'm about to bust my ass like the next few months at work because I'm gonna get like 2 or 3 shirts.
I don't get it, man.
It's my favorite artist.
No, I get that, but
I don't know. It's my favorite artist, and like he's getting old, bro. Like he's not gonna be doing this much longer.
How old is he?
35. Like he's like one like because he's already talking about it, and you know once you start talking about it, you know the love of the game is really not there no more. Like you're just like, man, I'm ready to settle down and do my thing.
Tell that to my man J. Cole. He ain't ever gonna retire.
He got 2 more albums, then he retires. He only got 2 more albums. It's already set in stone, buddy. It's 2 more albums.
No,
and he's done.
He was talking about retirement 5-6 years ago.
2 more albums. I'm telling you. I think they said it's the Covenant and then the Fall Off.
I will say, when it comes to artists, and especially like people who have a successful, long and successful career, it is better, I think, to retire officially from albums, but still stay in the game.
Like
one of my favorite artists, and I hate to say it because, and I don't mean any disrespect, incredible artist. I think one of the best rappers of all time. After maybe the Recovery album, like,
I thought Kamikaze was decent.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, after Recovery, I can't think of any of the songs that would be like an Eminem song. Like, that comes to mind when I think of one of the great rappers of all time, Eminem. Marshall Mathers, insane. Insane.
Encore.
All you youngins, if you've never heard the Marshall Mathers LP, do yourself a favor. Well, depending on how, if you're above 18, because it's a little wild. Let's just put that disclaimer. Do yourself a favor and listen to the Marshall Mathers LP. It is a stone cold classic. I mean, it's as classic as it gets.
Yeah.
But like, I can't even say. Drake is so weird because he has the career of having so many hits back to back to back to back to back and being so relevant. And like I said, he was 30, 35-ish. And his first like official album, he was like 18, 20, something like that. I can't think of another person who has been as influential in rap over that amount of time. Like no one else comes from, like, you have obviously like Biggie and Tupac and Nas, Jay-Z, but that was a much shorter career. It was like you can argue that they were more influential,
but no one's had like a dominant stretch like this.
Yeah, it's just like,
because even Cole, he didn't really pop out till 2014.
Yeah,
that was like his like, I'm here, I'm with the big dogs.
But like, from when you think of like 2000 music, like,
yeah, because like 09 is like when Best I Ever Had came out,
and then it's 2023 now, and he's selling out arenas still. It's crazy.
It's nuts. And
every single artist would love to work with Drake. There's not like a single artist who would be like, no, he's kind of washed up, I don't want to. Like, nobody's saying that.
Yeah, if you're up and coming, you want that cosign.
Yes, absolutely.
You want that cosign.
His
like, influence. Even like Wayne is to me the greatest rapper to ever touch a mic. His best run was 3-4 years long.
Yeah,
it was like 08, 2011, 2012, pushing it. Like, it's just not, the dominant run hasn't been that sustained by anybody like that.
Yeah, it's so difficult, and even like in sports, he's like the Tom Brady of rap. It's just like, you're that good for that long, and you're being talked about in your field. Like, it's,
yeah, but fuck Tom Brady. Tom Brady hated
it. Had to be said.
Fuck him.
All right.
Glad he's gone.
Oh, who's that? Real quick, I know it's gonna be dumb, but the 49ers quarterback, where did he go?
Oh, to the Raiders.
He went to the Raiders?
Yeah.
That was crazy to me.
Jimmy G String. That's what they call him.
I don't really keep.
He'd be outside.
Hmm.
Vegas is gonna be crazy.
It is gonna be crazy,
especially with him. He gonna be a whore.
Yeah, that city ain't ready for that.
Nah, that's crazy though. Like, if you're Vegas, a little bit off topic, but fuck it, whatever. If you're Vegas, you replace Derek Carr, who many said was a mediocre quarterback,
4 years,
for another
FOR, not FOUR,
for another mediocre quarterback.
Yeah,
you didn't get better.
Well,
you didn't get worse. I mean, maybe. To me, I'm not saying I'm a Saints fan, but I'm not saying this because I'm a Saints fan. If you're asking me like a legitimate question about who's a better quarterback between Jimmy Garoppolo and Derek Carr, I'm taking Derek Carr 10 times out of 10. He's not as injury prone. His arm talent's way better. And there's more.
Yeah, but I can't think of the Raiders being relevant in the playoffs. And
no, I mean, it hasn't, but the Raiders itself wasn't that great of an organization.
Yeah, but at least the 49ers, they were.
Oh, I mean, the 49ers defense was immaculate, and that's the only reason to me. Well, you have to be decent as a quarterback, but your defense is the main reason why you went to Super Bowl, had an appearance. So, I mean, for Jimmy G to go to the Raiders, he'll be decent, but I think he's going to get exposed for what he is. Mid. There's no talent. I mean, there's Devontae Adams there to cover it up.
He's the Ant-Man 3 of quarterbacks.
Hey, it looks good, but it's mid.
It is so mid. So that's all you can say to describe it. It's
that's
mid.
Crazy because everybody talks about how good he looks, but he's mid.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, that was perfect.
God, I wish I could take those 2.5 hours back.
Oh my god.
It might
That's
not even
something.
have been that long.
Okay, that's something we could talk about too.
What?
You didn't see the Jonathan Majors accusations?
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
All right. Since you brought up Batman, this is just perfect. Well, not this is a shitty situation, not perfect. Don't get me wrong, but
Just real quick, just to remind me, Jonathan Majors was
Kane.
Kane, yeah.
Yes.
Kane.
So that completely slipped my mind. Over the weekend, I want to say there was accusations of him strangling and assaulting a woman. So like he was arrested actually over the weekend. I think it was New York, or it might have been New York Times that reposted it, but he was arrested. And like now he's like in the middle of like an investigation of like proving his innocence, and that they have video proof of like this woman lying on his name. But everybody was like, holy shit, like what's gonna happen with the MCU? Like this might be the fastest downfall.
So they're saying that it did happen or it didn't happen?
His lawyers and him are saying like she's lying. I didn't do nothing to this female. But yeah, that was something that happened over the weekend. I totally slipped my mind. Hopefully it's not true. But if it is, it's pretty crazy. Like you fumbled a bag.
Okay.
Big time.
We have no idea. First of all, we have no idea. So we're not saying it is. We're just playing devil's advocate. But if it were true, or it's not looking like a good situation, what does Marvel do? Because their whole thing is leading up to the Kang Dynasty.
Yeah.
And it's like circling around him. So,
especially what they've done like with women empowerment in their movies. What do you do? What do you do, Marvel? Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Because
Your move.
Yeah. I mean, no matter what, if you look on the other side, let's say he didn't do it right, that's still a nasty thing to have on your name.
Well, and that's a big problem, is that you can do nothing and still
like
lose like so much.
If it's me and you get those accusations, I'm looking at you different.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking at like, whether you did it or not.
Yeah, once
like, I'm looking at your name. It does. It definitely does. And the fact there's no repercussions for it to the accuser who lied on you.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's nuts.
Like
that's jail time in my opinion.
And I didn't even keep up with what it ended up being, but the actor who plays Hyde in that 70s show, he got accused of rape a couple years back, and obviously his lawyers were saying he didn't do it and all this, and he was being accused and it wasn't true, false allegations, all this and that. Like, I love that 70s show. I can't watch that and not think of that now. Like, and it sucks because, if he did do that egregious, it's a terrible thing, as much punishment and even more that that's gonna come his way. But if he didn't do it, I'm never gonna not think of that whenever I'm watching it.
And the next problem comes out, you're like, oh damn, like.
And the money, like, oh, okay, the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing, like, that's a perfect example. They had no proof that he was doing all this domestic abuse stuff, and he was let go of the
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean and the Harry Potter spinoff, Fantastic Beasts. Like, he was replaced because of those accusations. He lost millions of dollars, and that's why he ended up suing. Well, one of the many things, because all that money lost, because his name, like, people hung him out to dry.
Yeah.
Everybody just,
that's just nasty accusations. Yeah. Nasty accusations. So I mean, shit, we'll see what happens with that. They're saying he didn't, obviously, but I don't know. I wasn't there.
No, I wasn't there either.
So we'll see what happens with that. But that's gonna be interesting to see like what happens with Marvel and what they do, because no matter what, that has to have an impact on something.
Yeah, and movies in general, they tend to be like, as a political thing, they tend to be like left, and it's women empowerment or wokeness or LGBTQ and involvement, and I think some of it's good, but if they had to choose whether like to lean more liberal or conservative and this like that, Hollywood's always going to go to the left because they're the loudest group on the internet, and anytime that there's a movie that gets released, it's so like, oh, there weren't enough people of color represented, or they represented this in a negative light. Like, it's
it's just especially like with Disney and Marvel right now.
Oh yeah,
it's interesting to see what they do.
Well, Marvel right now is in a terrible spot. Anyway, movies are not good, TV shows are not good. Like compared to after Endgame, like, and it makes me so mad. Iron Man to Endgame is one of the best runs of all time. I will say, John Wick. I just finished watching John Wick. Watch the movie review if you haven't seen it. I can't think of any.
I haven't seen it.
I'm not. No spoilers, guys. I can't think of a lot of movies that go on 4 runs. There's trilogies, 3, and then sequels. But I can't think of a lot that have 4 movies like for the same thing. There's spinoffs and everything. John Wick, I think, is the best series of movies for the action genre. I think, like, when it comes to guns, when it comes to action, it is the best 4 movies, like back to back to back.
All 3 have been
It
fire.
is incredible. Like, the first one introduces us great. The second one improves. The third one, there's ups and downs, but I think it's still amazing. And this 4th one is just incredible. I think it's the best film.
Yeah, I thought the third declined a little bit from the second.
Yeah, it's up for debate. But
I think I have a soft spot for the second, though, because the second was the first one that I saw before I saw the first one.
Could be.
So the second one might have a little soft spot for me. Like, oh, this is how I was introduced to him.
Mm-hmm.
The Baba Yaga.
He's so badass. But Marvel right now, it's just like everybody can see like a decline in the quality of films.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping like the Kang Dynasty boost it back up.
I mean, I can't even imagine if somebody came out. Obviously, it didn't. So, but not putting it out there in the world. But if somebody accused like Chris Hemsworth of like sexual assault or something like that, like right when Infinity War was coming, like, ooh, the money that would be like left on the table. Like, what do we do? Do we finish? Like, how do you cut him out?
That's like the whole thing with DC too, with Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
like the whole Flashpoint is supposed to reset the whole DC universe,
mm-hmm.
and this dude's acting an ass every 5 seconds.
Yeah,
what do you do?
DC got enough problems, and
the whole thing with Black Adam and Shazam too. Have you seen like all that?
Which I haven't seen Shazam 2 yet.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm saying, but like apparently, the actor for Shazam was supposed to make a cameo in Black Adam, and The Rock was like, nah.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently, The Rock was like running a bunch of shit on set.
He's always like that.
Yeah.
And they even got back Henry Cavill to do the cameo at the end of Black Adam, set all that up, which was the best part of the whole movie. Was the last 10 seconds of the end credits, and it doesn't mean anything now because DC was like, Henry Cavill's no longer Superman. Peace. What are they doing? Oh, I don't understand studios. I mean, I understand why they do it because it's money and they don't care about the film. I understand, but I don't understand why they do it to like the art.
Yeah, you're killing the fans. Cavill,
whether it's Ticketmaster or Marvel, I mean the fans.
Warner Brothers, damn it,
they just suffer. Hey, easy on the Warner Brothers. Like I grew up like 5 minutes from Warner Brothers Studios.
They're part of it. Like Ticketmaster CEOs, Warner Bros. CEOs. when I see y'all, bro, I hope y'all hungry.
Do you have a song for the day?
Song of the day is gonna be "Devil in a New Dress" by Kanye West.
Who?
little throwback on him.
This is the old Kanye. We want the old Kanye.
I miss the old Kanye.
You can't deny he makes great music, man. You just can't.
Look, the way I see it, if you can't separate the artist from the person, and that's your fucking loss. There is not one artist out here that is the perfect human being.
Yo, he made Graduation. I mean,
he
made Graduation.
Everything but one skip on it.
Which skip?
Drunken Hot Girls is not that good. I don't.
Oh yeah. But I think was it Graduation? There was one album, maybe it was a Heartbreak album, the 808.
808 Heartbreaks.
Where he like doesn't curse at all.
I think
the entire album. Oh, it's so good. Like, oh Kanye. Oh Kanye. Life was simpler back then, man.
It was.
Oh man. That's gonna be it, guys. I hope you guys had I don't know what I'm saying. that's gonna be it, guys. We appreciate you guys watching this. Like, subscribe, share, all that stupid crap. Just trying to help us with the algorithms. If you have any comments, not concerns. If you have any comments or you want us to talk about something in the future, please let us know. Any feedback?
Take the shit up with God, not us.
Yes. Anyway, that's gonna be it, guys. Appreciate it. Anything else?
Nope.
Peace.